Hey, welcome back to the Jazzy with the Flow, Jazzy Diva with the Flow podcast. Let's go. Jazzy Diva with the Flow podcast. Let's go. Let's go. What? Jazzy Diva with the Flow, Jazzy Diva with the Flow. Let's go. Let's go. I hope all of you are doing well. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate the views from the last few videos. Much love, much respect. Once again, I'm enjoying recording, potting. I keep going over this just because if you're just tuning in or if you have watched the other few two videos, excuse me, I'm putting myself out there. I'm learning. I'm having fun with this. Watched other videos because once again, I talk about the reason why I am potting, how it makes me feel, and me just being happy doing what I'm doing and just staying positive. Much love to you all. I been talking about it kind of seems like a series. So, and I hope that all of you who actually, viewed and watched, uh, if it's coming off as a series, that's good. Hopefully, it's helping you or helping someone you know or making you think about things that's possibly that's going on in your life. Hopefully, it's helpful. Me sharing parts of me you could probably identify with or know somebody, share with them, or have a better outlook on basically following things that you enjoy doing, following your dreams, pursuing you, um just having that self-development of doing things to make yourself better. And there's nothing wrong with working on yourself. I personally am working on myself. I've been working on myself for the past few years. And just because I know me. Okay. That's the beauty of knowing yourself. And if those of you who are still trying to figure out who you are, I definitely encourage you to seek out resources to help you develop yourself. And I strongly encourage you to spend some time with yourself. That's one of the best ways to know who you are. And gradually, you'll see some changes as you spend time with yourself, relearning what you like, what you dislike, and if there's things that you are trying to change within your life. I strongly suggest read some books, watch some. There's a lot of self development um, tools out there online. I definitely recommend, the best way to create your own lane is to learn who you are. And as you're learning who you are, you kind of change your mannerism a little bit. You see things differently. You have a better understanding what you want out of life, and also pursuing things that you may felt like you forgot about doing, and you realize, you know what, I want to go in this direction with my life. I want to do this. How do you get there? Of getting there. I always promote self-love, and self-love is knowing who you are as a person. And you know as that old saying goes, you can't love anybody else unless you love yourself first. That is absolutely true. It's hard to love it's hard to love I think, in my opinion, because once again, I'm only stating my opinions. It's just my thoughts. Um, Loving yourself and putting yourself first is something that individually we have to do to make ourselves better. And for those of you who are learning about yourself, or those of you who already know about yourself, you completely you completely understand what I'm talking about. So taking yourself to better yourself, because we all like to better ourselves in some form, whether it's just our personal growth, friendships, or all types of relationships. We take the necessary, steps to better ourselves. And sometimes what most of us do, we look at ourselves in the mirror. We take that accountability of, okay, this is how I am, or this is how I was. These are the steps that I'm going to take to better myself. And those of you who are getting to know yourself, you're just starting off. I strongly suggest, going to um, any workshops that is available near you, or webinars, to take steps to get to know yourself. I mean, not to get this, to better yourself, more so. That will lead you into a better direction of whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Uh, some people need to write things down to help, and that's a part of self development. That's getting to know who you are right now. Um, and as you are writing things about you right now, be just honest with yourself. What is some areas in your life that you would like to improve? We all have a moment where we kind of reflect on who we are, or things that's going on in our life that we want to self improve on, which ties into making sure our mind has to be in the right place. That also means if there's negative thoughts that's floating, I always say, take all that in, and then release those negative thoughts, and then refocus on the positive. So therefore, as you're working on yourself, you're not so tuned in on the negative vibration. You're more focusing on, okay, I received whatever parts that you feel like is negative that's going on, or about you, or around you. And this is how I'm going to turn it around into a better thought process. And I'm going to start moving and thinking differently. I strongly recommend meditation. I did discuss this in the other two videos, or one of the videos. I feel like meditation definitely helps keep a groundation of focus of whatever direction you're trying to improve in your life. I feel that it helps keep yourself centered, and having that balance of, okay, this is I this the area of my life I want to enhance my career. So these are the steps that I'm going to take to enhance my career, or I want to be more knowledgeable in certain areas. So therefore, I'm going to take steps to make myself more knowledgeable in these areas. Is all about taking steps of knowing who you are as an individual, and helping yourself develop yourself to be better. Sometimes we need to motivate ourselves to make sure that we're helping our own self and see things just in a different view light of how can I be a better version of myself to improve myself in certain areas of my life. Or if you feel like you need to improve yourself in certain areas of your life, there's nothing wrong with trying to help yourself and also seek out the resources that is needed to help better yourself. Sometimes we could be our worst critic. I know sometimes I struggle with that, and I did touch base too in one of the last videos, and I have to pull myself out of that and redirect my focus and my thought process to turn it into a more a more positive thought process, so therefore I don't set myself back and then end up being fearful of doing a lot of things. And part of self development is pulling yourself into a more open minded space where you're not trying to be afraid of things that's happening around you or in your life that could set you back or keep you from going forward in different areas of projects that you want to venture into or career change or whatever it could be that is going on for you. I strongly um, believe that if you are taking steps to work on yourself, you'll find, or things in life, you'll find that things in life will move more smooth for you and things that you would like to do. And also to encourage other people because somebody is probably looking up to you at this moment right now eh, and saying, wow, like what that person is doing right now, I definitely look up or admire that person for what they're doing. And they may have questions or they may just observe and just seeing how things are moving along for you. And they will inquire questions and you then give those helpful tips to them to empower them. Empowering one another is something that I feel like we all should do for each other when it's needed. Sometimes we don't realize how we impact others. Excuse me, impact others to help them be a better version of themselves. And those people who look up to you, they don't they don't fully know that you took either you took steps or some people are just really good and just naturally just have that self-confidence where they just just automatically know who they are, carry themselves well, and this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want, and they go for it, they do it. Where some of us, me to I could say it for myself. I I do know who I am as a person. However, the fearfulness, though I know who I am, sometimes I second guess myself. That will, you know, that has placed me the step back in certain areas of things that I want to do. Even though I'm confident in myself, I still find that there are areas where I will be like, oh man, this seems like a good idea, but then something will change my thought process and then I set myself back. So I, at times, definitely, and I'm working on it, I would find myself, what, pulling myself into a more positive mind frame. So therefore, I am still going. And the things that I'm suggesting for you to do, I do. And that means writing things down, um, listening to webinars or attending webinars or seminars, because those are things that helps develop who we are as a person, or who we want to be as a person, is just helping ourselves be better. And some of us are in transition of either working or going to school, or you may shifting with a different job, um, jobs opportunities, or education opportunities, family. There's so many areas as individuals where we are constantly finding ourselves in a situation where we need to try to figure out, what it is we want for ourselves, or what changes we want in our life to happen, or just, what, maybe none of those things are the case. You just want to just better yourself, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just learning the tools to better ourselves. So spending time is with yourself is number one key. Writing journal. Second thing I recommend for anyone to do, reading books on self development, recognizing the areas that you feel like you want to better yourself at, and understanding the reasons why you want to better yourself in those areas. Definitely do it for yourself. Don't do it for anyone else but yourself, because if you're doing it for other people who may have said X, Y, and Z that you need to do, it doesn't really benefit if you don't truly believe that you need to better yourself. It has to really come from within. And once that happens, you will see how you and others will see how different you are, or feel like you may have changed, which you most likely will slowly be changing, and people will see the change, but you're changing for the better, and you're changing for yourself. No one else but yourself. And you have to believe that if you're trying to make yourself better, it has to be only for you. And the changes that I made for myself was for me. I recognized that there was areas that I needed to work on for myself. And the areas that I work are still working on for myself is making sure, my number one thing that I keep saying is the negative. I'm not saying I was like completely negative Nancy. However, more of the negative thought process that kept kept me from pursuing or doing certain things, just of fearfulness, and me saying, oh well, what if this doesn't happen, or what if this happens, or what is, the negative was more. And I kept telling myself all the negative on the negative, and none of the positive was happening. It wasn't even a thought. I was like, oh yeah, but this could happen. Oh yeah, but what about this? Oh yeah, but then again, what about this? So it is always, always, always good to place yourself in the mind frame of staying focused on yourself and developing yourself to be a better person, a person who is open minded, a person who can see a lot of positive and focus on the positive and not just the negative about yourself and about life and about people. So working on yourself and making yourself sounds very repetitive, but it's just developing who you would like to be as a person, a better version of who you are right now, and taking the steps to help yourself be a better version of who you are right now is it's a good thing. And for some people, if it's to help, you know, make themselves better to go forward with their own business ventures or for them to connect with others, it's worth it. And when I say connect with others, connect with other people. Maybe I mean, you could be one of those you could be that person that just really just kind of likes to stay at home and because you don't really know how to be social, or you don't want to put yourself out there, or you're so concerned about what other people think. That's something to kind of work on yourself. Who cares what other people think about you? I mean, we do live in a society where we focus too much on that. At the end of the day, people people's gonna like you, people's not gonna like you. That's just the way life is. That's the way people are. Just like you're gonna like some people, you're not gonna like some people. That's okay. So, um, getting to know yourself, getting to know areas that you want things to be different, I strongly just recommend. And I know this seems a little kind of repetitive of me saying the same thing over and over, but I just want to stress out like there's nothing wrong with making yourself better and improving yourself to be just a better you. So, um, I think that's pretty much it that I wanted to kind of touch base on. I feel like if we take the time to reflect on ourselves and things that um we feel that can help us improve in life, help us improve in life, and we find if we find like there's a thought process where we could be stuck, we sometimes need a reminder that no, I can do what it is that I set my mind to do, no matter how old you are, no matter what you're doing in your life, you could change it. It's just you have to take that step to want to change it, of course, because each step starts with you. If this is not, if there was a sign to be given that you needed, this is probably it. Especially if you have been pondering upon, I need to make some changes in my life. This is it. This is the sign. Don't set yourself back. Push forward. Think about things that you would like to do change to make yourself better, write them down. Even if it's where you're placing a small little goal set for yourself, do it. And because you're, once again, your steps that you're taking is only to make yourself better. And that is part of making moves for yourself. And then you continue forward and see what other resources that is around you for you to continue helping yourself. And if you belong um to a church, that could be a starter for some of you. And if you don't belong to a church, that's fine. Another starter for seeking out um some tips for self development is go online, research some self development books that may call to you. Or there's different programs that you could look for too that's online that can help you. So it's just finding the resources out there. And I hope that this was value to some of you, if not all of you. And once again, blessings and respect to you all. As a friendly reminder, always be kind to yourself, love yourself, respect yourself. And blessings to you all. And thank you for rocking with Jazzy Diva with the Flow podcast. I swear to you guys, there's gonna be some upbeatness. I think that just with the intro of who I am and the direction of why I'm potting and putting myself out there more so, and why it kind of feels like a series of between talking about staying positive and motivation to do what you love, if there's, you know, creating your own business. And now I'm talking about how, you know, to focus on yourself and self development. I feel like because that's what I'm going through at the moment, it's always helpful to inspire and just kind of put out the information. So it's helpful for someone. And if it's not helpful for you per se, it's helpful for someone that you may know. And they 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 could they could use hearing some of this, you know. I recommend it, you know, and hopefully you recommend it too. And if not, that's okay too. However, it's value of a reminder for someone. It's okay to work on yourself and just be yourself and love yourself and, you know who you are without a care of what other people's feel and think about you. Because there's going to be critics. There's going to be critics that will want to critique each and every little thing that you say, you do. And if you allow what other people think get to you, that will be another setback for yourself because you'll be so focused, oh, what if my family or what if my friends or strangers that you don't even know, what do they have to say? You know, if you're doing something that's bettering yourself, do it. I strongly encourage. And some people who are not mentally there to take changes to embed to better themselves, they're not going to fully understand. They're not going to fully get it. They're going to look at the changes for yourself in your life. They're going to look at it in a different light because they're not there yet. So If this is a word, if what I'm saying is a value, encourages you to take steps, take them. I got my banner, y'all. I did. I got my banner. I have to figure out how I'm gonna hang it. I'm getting things together. So once again, you guys are kind of tuning in to like the freshness, the start of me like having getting things together. So I have my little banner. Let me see if I can show it just a tad bit. Hold on. I just hit the light. I'm so excited. I am so excited. It came in today. So once again, thank you all. Blessings to you all. And be kind to yourself, love yourself, and thanks for tuning in. And remember, whatever time you are watching this, good day, good night, and blessings to you all. Okay? I got my banner, yeah. Oop, it's still going. It's still going. It's still going. Hold on.